Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. So it is very clear, like in the dream, there are no objects. The mind projects all the world of objects, including the experiencer. Similarly, the waking state is no different. In the waking state also, Sri Adi Sankara says, the mind only projects the world and also the experiencer. This is very evident because in deep sleep, when the mind is not there, nothing is perceived. Nothing is available for our perception. When the mind comes out, as in the waking and dream, then you see a fantastic, beautiful world. So therefore, it is very clear, the mind alone projects everything. And then the mind projects likes and dislikes. And then the Bheda Bhavana, everything. And we suffer. Why it projects? Because the Avarana Shakti of the Maya that wields, that is Tamo Guna, that wields the true self. So when it is wheeled, then the Vikshepa Shakti starts, the Rajoguna, that projects so many wonderful things. So this is how the tamasha goes. And we get deluded and we identify with the unreal, get attached to it and start leading our life here in this fashion. So this is the play of mind. This is what Shankara has brought out beautifully. So what we have to do? Viveka Vairagya Gunatirekat Shuddhattvamasadhya Mano Vimuktyai Bhavatyato Buddhimato Mumukshoho Tabhyam Dridabhyam Bhavitavyamagre. So when one develops this Viveka and Vairagya, Vairagya means what? Withdrawing from the unreal, from the sense objects, which is not real. When we develop Vairagya, what happens? Automatically the power of Tamas and Rajas dilutes and it goes down. And the Sattva increases in our heart. So with the Sattva, the self is known, not otherwise. So it is the duty of the sadhaka, the seeker, the mumukshu, one who is longing to know the self, to strengthen these two qualities, Viveka and Vairagya in himself. So if we want to become a true student of Vedanta, we have to develop these two qualities, Viveka and Vairagya. We have to strengthen it within oneself so that the truth will be known. You understood? So now moving on. A beautiful verse, the next verse, very poetic, very, very poetic and very sort of a caution to the seekers. Mano nama mahavyagraha Vishayaranya bhumishu Charatyatra na gachantu Sadavo ye mumukshavaha Mano nama mahavyagraha Vishayaranya bhumishu Charatyatra na gachantu Sadavo ye mumukshavaha. Jagrada. There is a tiger called as the mind, roaming in the sense of, in the jungle of sense objects. Beware, don't go there. O sadhaka, O seeker, Don't go there. This is the exact meaning of these words. Manonama Mahavyagraha. Vyagra means tiger. Mahavyagraha, a very, very powerful tiger. Vishayaranya Bhumishu. What is the jungle here? Vishaya Aranya Bhumishu. In the jungle of sense objects, Charati is roaming. Atra na gachantu. Don't go there. Hey Sadavaha, the seekers of truth, don't go there. It is waiting for its prey. Ye mumokshavaha, those who are longing for the liberation, don't go that side. So sometimes in the jungle when you go, there will be board, na? Caution. Wild beasts are, moving around. Don't go there. Similar warning is given by Adi Shankara. Similar warning. So this mind is Mahavyagra, tiger. Very, very dangerous. And it is roaming in which jungle? Jungle of sense objects. So you keep away from the sense objects, from the jungle. That is the sense objects. Because there the Mahavyagra mind is moving around. Hey Sadavaha, Mumukshavaha, keep away. Meaning what? See, we are intelligent only and we have listened to the scriptures. We follow the path of our Guru, whatever he has shown. But you know what? In a very, very weaker moment, our senses may take us for a ride. Because the vasanas are deep within us. When we are not alert, when we are in the rajasic mood, the mind may take us for a ride. And we fall a prey to these sense objects, to the mind. As I told you in the morning, mind only goads you. Come on, we will have this, don't worry. What is there? And then mind only creates the guilt. And mind only suffers. Then mind only says, okay, give up. Okay, yaar, it's okay. And it looks out for some prayashchitta. So mind is a Mahavyagra. It's a big tiger roaming around the jungle of sense objects. So keep away. See, especially nowadays, I wonder how in the future the brahmacharis are going to really sort of protect the brahmacharyam, because everything is available now in the hands, in the mobile, good, bad, ugly, everything is available. And the data is flowing free. And nowadays, you cannot do without the phone also. We give some sort of excuse. No? We cannot do away with the phone. Because people are there to contact us. We need to contact, communicate, share. Even the school children, now they have to use it because the teacher sends the messages only through mobile actually. Homeworks, assignments, everything through mobile only. So therefore it is very difficult. So we have to have our own self-discipline. Because once when you get caught there, you are dragged in that jungle, sense objects. And there is no sort of coming back. Sri Adi Sankaracharya in Vivekachudamani only is going to say, it is like, what? When you stand in the, say, 7th, 8th story of a building, and there are steps, let us say, staircase, they say, no? When you drop a ball from there, it drops, then comes down. You cannot stop it. It goes down. Once when the ball is dropped from your hand, it goes down, and it goes down. You cannot catch it further. Similarly, once when you compromise and say it's okay, then you compromise again and again, and the mind goes, and you get caught in the snare of the sense objects, and there is no way to get out, because you are creating more and more strong vasanas. Already there are vasanas. Creating more and more strong vasanas. It's not as easy. Like the liquor also, very difficult to give it up because so strong vasana. They say It is not that tasty. I don't know, really I don't know. They say it is not that tasty. Sometimes the first drink and all, they develop that hiccup, this and that. Some people go and vomit, all those stuff. But there is some kick in it. So later you will be kicked out. If you become a slave for that kick, then you will be kicked out. Or you will kick the bucket. Once and for all. So it is said that way. And then you are not satisfied with that one peg or two pegs, You need more and more. That's what they say. அப்புறம் போதை ஏறாதான் அப்புறம் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் diminishing returns. The law of diminishing returns, they say, no? Then you need more. And then you want to go for something very strong. Then they go to drugs and all. Something and all they take. And that is the end of the story. So be careful. So therefore, habits are very difficult to come out. Once when you form a habit, very difficult. So that is why we have to be very careful. Manonama Mahavyagra Vishayaranya Bhumishu Charati. It is roaming about there. Atra na gachantu sadavaha mumukshavaha. Please don't go there. It is waiting to pounce upon you. Be careful. The mind plays so many tricks. Be aware. One of the tricks is, what? Humility. I'm so humble. The humility is a virtue. When you think you have got, you have lost it. When you think you have got it, you have lost it. Because when you think I am humble now, you are not so. So therefore, the mind plays so many tricks. Now I am a sadhak. That is another identity. I am a sadhak, And I am a bhakta. I am very closer to God. All these wretched souls, they are roaming like wild beasts. But I am a devotee. This is ahankara. See, whatever you think about yourself is ahankara. That alienates you from your fellow being or from the world. If you don't think anything about yourself, you are open. Let us say Shivaji Ganeshan, a great actor. Why he is a great actor? Because he is open to taking any roles. He is open to taking any roles. And he fits into that role. And he becomes a perfect fit. When he is a Veerabhadya Kattabomman, he is really Veerabhadya Kattabomman. My God, you cannot see anything other than that. When he is playing a role of a hero who is in love, he really is that hero. But suppose, let us say, an actor says, I can only play sort of dishum roles, superhero role. Only, what they call? Enna hero? Action hero, correct. Action hero role. Then he cannot fit into gentle roles. He cannot do comedy. Suppose if he try comedy, it will be another like dishum only. So he cannot fit into any other role. So if you have to fit into any role, you should not have anything in your mind. You should be just fresh and nothing in your mind, open to all roles. Then you can play any role efficiently. Similarly, if you don't identify with anything, then you can play any role. And you can identify with anything because you are nobody. That is why these subtle ahankaras are dangerous than the real ahankara. And one of the very subtlest ahankara is, I am the spiritual guru. My God, that is the biggest ahankara. Guru, I am the spiritual guru. I am the avatara of Lord Shiva. See what people nowadays you do know. This one piece they cut from the video. Swami says, I am the avatara of Shiva, and then they propagate. The context they don't give. So, they say, I am the avatar of Shiva. Then the biggest ego. So therefore, be careful, Jagrada. Don't give in to this mind. It can play any trick on you. Okay. Moving on. This verse is also very beautiful. So please try to memorize this word. Very, very interesting and very beautiful. Manonama Mahavyagraha Vishayaranya Bhumishu Charati Atrana Gachantu Sadavaha Ye Mumukshavaha Manaprasute Vishayana Sheshan Stulatmana Sukshmataya Cha Bhoktuhu Sharira Varna Shramajati Bheda Guna Kriya Hetu Palani Nityam Manaha Prasute Vishayan Asheshan. The mind alone is projecting all the Vishayan, all the objects. Asheshan, without any exception. Mind is only projecting. Stulatmana Sukshmataya, meaning the gross objects in the world outside also, and the subtle objects in the mind, the images in the mind. Everything is created by the mind only. And not only that, Bhoktuhu cha, even the experiencer, that is I am the experiencer, that is also created by the mind. Enna Swamiji, idella sadhyamana? Yes. In the dream it is possible. Why not in the waking? Mind has got such a great power because it is Lord's own power. So therefore, it is very categorically said here by Shankara, Manaha Prasute, mind projects, Prasute means projects from itself. What? Not only the gross objects, also the subtle ideas and thoughts and emotions. And not only that, it even projects the Bhoktuhu. Bhoktuhu means the experiencer. So, the experiencer and the experienced, all is in the mind only. Apart from the mind, there is no world. And what is this mind? It is not apart from the self. Apart from the self, there is no mind. When you inquire what is mind, mind merges in the self means what? You will find there is no mind other than the self. That is how self alone is. And not only that, on top of it, yesterday I told you the toppings. On top of this, what it creates? Sharira Varnashrama Jati Bhedat. So it creates different color of the skin, that those Vedas. And Varna, Ashrama, everything it creates. Varna means what? Different. They say, no, the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, the four different. It's not caste exactly. Jati means caste. Varna means these four different categories of people. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Ashrama means what? The different stages of life. I am a poor grihastha, what can I do, Swamiji? It's all not for me. If you say I am a grihastha, mind is only creating that bhavam, I am a grihastha. Yes, I am married, so I am a grihastha only, na? You are married, but why should you think always I am a grihastha, it is not possible for me? You are blocking yourself. You are not a grihastha, you are Brahman, the self. On top of it, there is a adhyaropa. There is a superimposition of a grihasti in you. See, only with the upadhi of the wife, the husband is born. Suppose, let us say, this fellow has gone for a conference somewhere far away, California somewhere. He is so occupied with his work. He doesn't think about his wife or children or anybody. He is no more acting as an husband. There he is acting as a whatever, his officer or business person, whatever. So only when he thinks about the wife, he becomes the husband. Thinks means interacts. So only with the upadhi of the wife, he becomes. Always he is not a husband. Husband is a temporary upadhi only. He is with his friends, drinking to the glory. Then he is something else. Is that not so? He is not the husband at the time. He makes fun of all the ladies. So he is not a husband at that time. He is not the father at that time. He is a loose cannon talking about everything. So the upadhi of husband comes only when he is in the proximity of the wife, or when he has to deal with wife and the children. Then he takes that upadhi. So it is not always there. So this varna, ashrama, all these things are only mind created. See, if I think I am a sannyasi, then that is also a condition. See, I should follow the sannyasa dharma because I have taken it. But if I think I am a sannyasi, then it's the ego again. See, I am a sannyasi, you are lay people. The Buddhist monks in Sri Lanka, they have got this idea, you know. You are all lay people, we are all monks. Monks means one step higher. Lay people means, you know, that is ahankara. We should not think that we are anything else apart from our true self. So varna, ashrama, jati vedat, in that also so many jati. Iyengar, Iyer, Chettiar, Konar, Nadar, in South India. We have so many, like that North India, everywhere we have got this jati. See, not only in India, in other countries also they have got jati actually. But it is not as explicit as in our society, you know. It is there everywhere. In Sri Lanka they say islanders. Am I right? Islanders means what? We are, you know, Yalpani town, Jaffna town we are. People are very proud. I am Point Pedro. Great lawyers, great people come. Okay. No, actually they are very intelligent people, no doubt about that. This Parthithurai தானே அதுக்கு பேர் தமிழ்ல. Parthithurai தானே அது பேர். சும்மா வடமாசி எதையாவது சொல்லக்கூடாது. என்ன? அப்படியா? Parthithurai தான் கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கேன். ஓகே. 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 Okay. So they think we are the superior most. See, Jaffna people think they are the superior most in the whole island. And among them, this Point Pedro or whatever, Vadamarachi, they think they are everything. Like Jews, they think they are superior race. Among Kallatoni, Indians they call us Kallatoni. Because the Indians have gone through the boat, it seems. But alas, now they have become Kallatonis, going everywhere through boat. Wow. But still. You know what? These ideas that I am this, I am that, you know, I belong to this. Everything is all ego only. And I am a Tamilan, Marat Tamilan. Na Suma Tamilan, Marat Tamilan now. Pachat Tamilan. Oh, Pachat Tamilan. You know, I tell you, how much of Veda we create and fight, and we label people also, generalize. All people are this, you know. We generalize. All Sejji, or you know, very close-fisted, something like that. All Sardarji jokes are very famous, but they are very intelligent people. Like that we label. All this is what? Identification only. So, not only it creates that, guna, kriya, hetu, falani, nityam. So, it creates ever. Guna means he is good, he is bad, you know, all these guna. Kriya, his actions. Oh, he is a go-getter. No, he is a lazy guy, laid back. All those kriya. Hetu, falani, the cause, the effect. So it creates everything. The mind alone creates everything. So when you go on like this, you feel as if we are in the Buddhistic monastery or in the Hindu ashram. Buddhists also are very close to Vedanta Shastra, I am telling you. See, they are from us only now. Actually, they have branched out of Sanatana Dharma only. See, Buddha was not very this thing about our rituals and the Brahmanas, the way they were treating and doing things. So he just branched out actually. So it's very, very close to our Advaita Vedanta, Buddhistic religion. But they market it beautifully. So they are very popular. Actually, Buddhist religion is very popular among the Western people and also some intelligent people. But our masters, they package it in only one wrap. Very shastric they become. And very, jargons they use. And they terrorize people through jargons, They talk in such a language that nobody will understand. Nobody should understand. So that they keep tight to themselves. And they can... That is Pandita class. They don't want anybody to understand anything. They want to come for their lectures, but they see to it that nobody understands anything. So that everybody respects him. Oh, wow, he's a great Pandita. How much Sanskrit he is quoting, my God. From everywhere he is quoting. But the real Mahatmas, they make it so simple so that you can digest, understand. Like Kanchi Paramacharya, Shivananda Saraswati. You read his books, Shivanandaji's book. Very simple. Addressing to a grandson like. Very simple, very beautiful. Like the Devatin Kural Mahapariyava you study, very beautiful. So like that they make it very simple so that you understand. But these people make it very complicated. Why? Because they want it to themselves. So what I mean is this mind thing is too much emphasized in Buddhistic religion also and in our Advaita Vedanta also. Because it is that way. Whatever we think to be concrete world outside is actually a myth. Nobody has seen a concrete world because nobody has seen it without thoughts. Whenever the thoughts are involved, it's mind only. Mind means what? Aham vritti and idam vritti. Without aham, there is no idam. That is the idea of mind. So, without bringing in the experiencer, the experience is not possible. That is why always it is said mind, mind. See, when you say world independently existing, then you cut off the experiencer from the equation. And you say only experience is sitting somewhere without an experiencer. It cannot be. See, there is a koan in Buddhistic religion. You know what is koan? Some short, crisp sort of upadesha, some sort of statement given so that you have to contemplate on it. By contemplating, you will not get the solution. By contemplating, you will stop thinking. That is the idea of koans. One of the koan, I am not able to reproduce it exactly, but I will just try to tell you the idea of it. One of the koan is from the coconut tree, if one of the, what they call, the branch or what they call? Huh? Frond. Okay, mattai kena frond. Frond, okay, whatever it is. When that falls, when nobody is there, a frond falls, then who knows it? Meaning what? If there is no experiencer, there cannot be any experience. It's only in the mind imagination. So therefore, what it is said is, there should be an experiencer definitely for any experience. Therefore the mind comes. You understand? The mind comes. Mind means what? The experiencer. I means what? The self. Swamiji, wait a minute. Just now you have been telling about an experience without an experiencer. Now you say there cannot be an experience without an experiencer. Yes, right. When there is an experience without an experiencer, it is no more an experience, it is beyond experience. That is the self. That is Brahman. You understand? Namo சொல்லுங்க சுவாமி. நினைச்சதெல்லாம் சொல்றீங்க நீங்க. நாங்களும் பாவமா கேட்டுட்டே இருக்கோம். என்ன சொன்னாலும் See, it is like that. What can I do? Some people are laughing, some people are very serious. As if, to burn me down. They are looking at me like that.
They got the butter, we got the milk. That's butter milk.
Okay. So therefore, without the mind, there is no experience. Mind alone is the root cause of all experiences. So somehow when you understand the mind was never born, then you are there. What? Mind was never born. Now only you said mind rises and creates all problem. Yes, that is how it appears. But when you inquire, you find the mind was never born. And there is no possibility of the mind to be born. In the self, nothing can rise, nothing can fall. It is. Now our experience is mind is rising in the waking and dream and creating this world. That is all fine. But when you know the self, how would you know the self? The self himself is so absolute, nothing can ever rise from it and nothing can go back. It cannot change. Nothing can happen to it. So mind has never born. The world is never born.
It is also an experience.
No, that's when you are the self. That is the knowledge you get. So therefore, ajatam, that is what Gaudapada talks about. Ajatam, nothing was ever born. So this is very hard. This idea is very hard. Yes. But whenever you take one step down, then you are caught. So, vyavahara means what? Okay. Because you have to live means that is fine. But when you take that stand seriously and when you identify, you are gone. Even an inch you come down, you are gone. So you have to be there. That is what the abidance in the self is all about. So all these things the mind only projects. Guna, Kriya, Hetu, Falani, Nityam. Okay. Innu ennallam seidhu indha manasu. What all it does now? Asanga chitrubhamamum vimohya dehendriya prana gunair nibadhya aham mameti brahmayatyajastram manasvakrutyeshu palopabhuktishu asanga chidrupamamum vimohya dehendriya prana gunair nibadhya aham mameti brahmayatyajastram manasvakrutyeshu palopabhuktishu. How beautiful. See, this Adi Shankara, I don't know what he is. In one small looking verse, he has contained he has put in all the ideas. What he says? Asanga chidrupamamum. What is this self? Asanga, unattached. It is not attached to anything. Nirmalam, it is pure by its own. Asanga. Chidrupam. It is of the nature of pure consciousness. Chid. Pure knowledge. In that there is nothing other than that. That is how it is. Somehow, vimohya, this mind, what it does? It deludes this Paramatma which can never be deluded. This is what? See, in the Vedanta, the Padicha, thala kodamidam bohum. அது டெலியூடே பண்ண முடியாதுங்கிறீங்க, அப்புறம் டெலியூடட்னு எப்படி சொல்கிறீங்கன்னு கேட்டால் அப்படி தான் அது. ஏன்னா யூ ஆர் டெலியூடட்னா. Here is the example of delusion. I am sitting, you are sitting here. But Mahatmas know it cannot be diluted. But you are their embodiment of delusion. So they can freely use this. This mind, which is Maya at play, it dilutes somehow this Asanga, unattached, Chidrupa, pure consciousness, and it binds this Asanga Chitrupa to what? Deha Indriya Prana. To the body and the Indriya, the organs and the Prana. That is this structure. Nibhadya, it binds. Gunaihi Nibhadya means what? With those dharmas of those body mind, or those body and prana and etc. And then what it creates? It creates a notion of aham mama iti. This I am, this personality I am, mama, these are all my people. These are all my people. And some ashrams, they have very close circles. Close circle of devotee. And then the second circle of devotee. And then the third circle of devotee. So there is always a conflict between the first circle and the second circle. The first circle will not allow anybody to get inside. No, this Mahatma is my own. Get away. The second circle is very this thing. Why that only devotee should serve or do everything? Why can't I? No. So the first circle, second circle. What is the one? Okay, third circle, what is the one? So why I have said all those things? Baddha. So it binds everybody. Gunaihi. Aham mama iti. With the notion of I and mine. So this belongs to me. I and mine. Mama iti. Brahmati. Brahmati means what? He is deluded totally and he roams about like that. And manaha swakrityeshu pala upabhuktishu. The mind only creates the notion of doership. I am the doer and I am the enjoyer. So it creates karma. It brings in the results as if it creates the whole Maya Jala. Everything is created by the mind. Whose mind? Don't ask this question. There is only a mind. Which goes into deep sleep and there is nothing is perceived. When it comes into this dream, so many things are perceived and you are also there. In the waking also, same. Like everything is false, you are also false. So you cannot question what happened to that other person. Everybody is false because you are also false. But Diptiya, ellarum false, nanu false. So then find Swamiji. If I say only I am real, all of you are false, then there is problem. No, I am also false. Okay, then fine. Everybody is false. Everything is false. And the mind was never born. So this creates all the bandha and it ties down the asanga chidrupa, that self, it ties down to this body mind and creates aham mama, I and mine, and then into this karma chakra and karma and then the results, everything. My God, this in one verse, in the 4 simple looking sentence, he has given the whole biography of this mind, what it does. So it creates all sorts of things and then we are bound. And Bhagavan, what he says, how you have to inquire about this mind? Very simple. Mind means flow of thoughts. Okay? Thought means there are 2 aspects to it. What are the 2 aspects of a thought? Aham vritti, idam vritti. Every thought should have a thinker, that is I. Without I, no thought can rise. அப்படியே சும்மா திடீர்னு அந்த காத்து வாக்கில் அது மாதிரி எழ முடியாது thoughts. To a conscious entity only a thought can arise. Okay. What is a thought? Idam means what? Always in the womb of every thought there is an object or an emotion, something. If I say horse, then that four-legged animal is the object of the thought. So that is called idam. So ahamacha, idam. So thought is nothing but aham and idam. But all the idam always has got this aham as the adaram. Because without aham, idam cannot. So in fact, aham alone is expressing as idam. This is one step still. So don't worry about idam. Idam is nothing. Aham only is expressing as idam. Forget about idam. Now hold on to the aham and try to find out what is this aham. If you try to find out what is this aham by focusing attention on the aham, from where it is rising and all, you find aham is no more. Aham is gone. Aham patati. Aham patati. It falls means what? It's gone. It's not there. So along with aham, all the idam has gone. All the idam packed into aham, aham gone. Then what is left? Aham taya spurati hrit swayam. That alone is there. Then when the Mahatma comes out of this samadhi, let us say, then also for him, aham alone is, even though he may interact with the world, he may eat, sleep like all of us, but his experience is sarvam kaluvidam brahma, everything is aham only, aham. How? This is what you cannot understand. Because it is beyond intellect. This you have to have the personal, your own first-hand experience. How? After he comes out of the samadhi, everything is seen, heard, everything is like earlier only. But the bheda has gone, the otherness has gone, the separateness has gone. That is only aham. How this is possible? You howl, you shout, you will never understand unless you are there. Because you are howling and shouting from the platform of ego. That ego is creating these differences. So you can never understand from the platform of ego. Only when the ego goes, this will be revealed. So you have to work to destroy this ego. With the ego, if you try to say how, boy muttiko, modiko, nothing will happen. Go and bang your head on the rock, nothing will happen. So Bhagavan has simplified it so much. So in this Atichudi book, we have written this. He has collected, put all the objects into the thoughts. And he has collected all the thoughts and put into the I. And he has put all the I into the self. And the self alone is. So from the self comes the mind or the I. And from the I comes the thoughts, and the thoughts create an idea of the world which is outside. And then it creates raga dvesha, and then wants, and then desires, everything. Then there is jagada, fight, everything. So this is amazing, unbelievable, but that is how it is. That is what he is saying now. See, nothing I am telling out of my hat. Manaha swakrityeshu phala upabhuktishu. See, that is why we always keep Adi Shankaras or Bhagavan something in our hand and we talk. And we are very, very dedicated. Whatever they have said. Even if I have Shankara in my hand, I will always have Gurudev or somebody in my hand, the commentary. So that it is all very clear. And then this projection is called as adhyasa, superimposition. Adhyasa means superimposition. See, when the rope is not perceived, snake is projected. What is a snake actually? It is a superimposition on the rope. Adhyasa. So the whole prapancha, the 5 elements, the world which is nothing but 5 elements, is superimposed. Meaning it is not there, it appears as if in the self. when the self is not perceived, it appears as though the prapancha is. When the self is apprehended, the prapancha vanishes. When the rope is apprehended, snake disappears. Marattai maraitadu mamadayane, Marattil maraindadu mamadayane. Parattai maraitadu parmudal budam, Parattil maraindadu parmudal budam. This is Tirumular's Tirumandiram. So that is how it is. Now, adhyasa doshat purushasya samsrutihi. Adhyasa bandhastvamanu munaiva kalpitaha. Rajastamo doshavato vivekinaha. Janmadi dukkasya nidhanametat. Adhyasa doshat purushasya samsrutihi. Adhyasa bandhatvamunaiva kalpitaha. Rajastamo doshavato vivekinaha. Janmadi dukkasya nidhanametat. So here Adi Shankara has introduced another new term, adhyasa. Whenever he introduces a new term, we have to be very careful. Another 20 verses he is going to explain what is adhyasa. He introduced Panchakosha. It is very casual, but whole lot of 100 verses on Panchakosha. So we have to be very scared whenever he uses new word. What is adhyasa? Don't worry, I will tell you. No hurry, na? We have got 45 days. So he will tell you everything. What is adhyasa? He will tell. So what he says? Adhyasa doshat purushasya samsrutihi. Why this transmigration? Why this going and coming? Why this samsara? For this purushasya, for this human being, adhyasa doshat. Because of the dosha of adhyasa, means superimposition. Something is superimposed on the reality, and this fellow is unable to identify that, and he gets engulfed by the superimposition. Adhyasa bandhaha tu munaiva kalpitaha, and this adhyasa also is created by the mind only. The superimposition also is created by the mind only. When you are not able to see the reality, the mind only projects something else. That's what we have been seeing now. That something else is called as the adhyasa, the superimposition, which is not true. Superimposed. The blue color, the blueness is superimposed on the sky. The sky is not blue. Sky is, they say, colorless. But the blueness is superimposed on the sky. Optical illusion, they say, no? Because the blue color, I think it is what? Diffraction, what they say? It is sort of scattered so much, it seems. So therefore, blue it appears. See, it is not, the sky is not blue. So therefore, here also, since the avarana has veiled the truth, something is projected. Means what? That is superimposed on the self, adhyasa. And that adhyasa is created by the mind only. Rajahat tamadoshavataha avivekinaha. To whom it is created? Avivekinaha. One he is not able to discriminate. Because of his tamas and rajas. See, again and again it is brought in. See, rajas and tamas. And that creates janmati dukkasya vidhanametat. That creates all this dukkha of janana marana. Janana marana dukkha. All the associated dukkha, this only creates. So if the Mahatma says everything is Brahman, you should accept. Yes. If you ask how, then he will not leave you. He will catch you. And then he will ask you to sit. And then he will start Vivekachudamani. If you say yes, yes, ellam Brahman dana, okay, go. How do you say that? Come, sit. And if you ask question, you will start from the beginning. So you should not ask question also. But all out of compassion, because he knows what is the truth. And he knows that there is no suffering. And why unnecessary suffering is there. Swamiji, wait Swamiji, 1 minute. These Mahatmas, they realize that there is nothing other than the self. Then for whom they are teaching? This is a very good question. Huh? See, when you realize your own self, what happens? The realization is, all this is mind's creation and the mind is never born. It means there is nothing other than the self. When they realize, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi has realized the self, let us say. Or Gurudev Swami Chinmayanji has realized the self, let us say. What should be his experience? That is only the self, nothing else. All is like a dream, false. Then for whom he is teaching? And who is teaching? There is no answer to this question. Because when you realize, you will also start teaching. This question was put to Swami Chinmayanji. This question, same question was put to him. Swamiji, if you say there is only Brahman, there is nothing else, then why this teaching? Who is teaching? For whom this teaching? He said, you will never understand this because you don't have an heart. He said, you don't have a heart. These Mahatmas are ocean of compassion. That's why they are teaching. This is his reply. Don't pounce on me, I don't know. His reply I am just sharing with you. When you know the truth, then it's all the expression of the compassion of the Lord. That is how he has replied. So we don't know. So this is all a mystery actually. See, there are two levels. One level is somewhere, another level is here. These two levels can never be bridged. When we try to bridge it, we fail. So you cross over, that's all. When we try to bridge the two levels, reconcile between the two frame of references, it can never happen. One frame is reality, another frame is an illusion. So how can you reconcile or how can you bridge the two frames? So it cannot be abridged. You cannot create an abridged version of the self. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.